US President Donald Trump has suggested arming teachers as a solution to preventing mass school shootings. Mr. Trump today hosted an emotional and sometimes fiery listening session at the White House with survivors of last week's high school massacre, as both survivors and parents of those who have been killed in school shootings pleaded for stricter gun controls. Mr. Trump said arming teachers and sports coaches could be the answer. Bridget Burke reports.
Serve your public, not your pockets. Serve your public, not your pockets. Public, not your pockets.
Serve your public, not your pockets. Hundreds of high school and college students took to the streets in Florida to deliver a gun control petition to Governor Rick Scott. Among them, students from Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School, where 17 students and teachers were slain by former student Nicholas Cruz last week.
People are angry, and I think that the government is seeing that, and I think that, we'll be able to get the ones out that don't want to change, and we'll continue to vote in the people that do want change.
At the White House, President Donald Trump met with students, teachers and parents, sitting with them in a semicircle in the state dining room. Stoneman Douglas student Samuel Zeef told the president time had stood still since his best friend had been killed in the shooting. He said he just wanted to feel safe at school.
And I don't understand why I could still go in a store and buy a weapon of war, an AR. I was reading today that a person 20 years old walked into a store and bought an AR-15 in 5 minutes with an expired ID. How is it that easy to buy this type of weapon? How do we not stop this after Columbine, after Sandy Hook? I'm sitting with a mother that lost her son. It's still happening.
Andrew Pollack lost his daughter Meadow in the massacre.
It's simple. It's not difficult. We protect airports. We protect concerts, stadiums, embassies, the Department of Education that I walked in today that has a security guard in the elevator. How do you think that makes me feel? In the elevator, they got a security guard. I'm very angry that this happened because it keeps happening. 9/11 happened once and they fixed everything. How many schools, how many children have to get shot? It stops here with this administration and me. I'm not gonna sleep until it's fixed.
Nodding and giving the grieving father a thumbs up, President Trump listened as Mr. Pollack continued.
I'm not gonna rest. And I'm pissed because my daughter I'm not gonna see again. She's not here. She's not here. She's in North Lauderdale at whatever it is, King David Cemetery. That's where I go to see my kid now. And it stops. We all work together and come up with the right idea, and it's school safety. It's not about gun laws right now. That's another fight, another battle. Let's fix the schools, and then you guys can battle it out whatever you want. But we need our children safe. Monday, tomorrow, whatever day it is, your kids are going to go to school. You think everyone's kids are safe? I didn't think it was going to happen to me. If I knew that, I would have been at the school every day if I knew it was that dangerous. It's enough. Let's get together, work with the president, and fix the schools. That's it. No other discussions.
President Donald Trump suggested arming teachers could be a solution.
It only works where you have people very adept at using firearms, of which you have many. And it would be teachers and coaches. If the coach had a firearm in his locker when he ran at this guy, that coach was very brave. Saved a lot of lives, I suspect. But if he had a firearm, he wouldn't have had to run. He would have shot, and that would have been the end of it. And this would only be, obviously, for people that are very adept at handling a gun. And it would be, it's called concealed carry, where a teacher would have a concealed gun on them. They'd go for special training, and they would be there, and you would no longer have a gun-free zone. Gun-free zone to a maniac, because they're all cowards. A gun-free zone is let's go in and let's attack.
But Mark Barden, who lost his 7-year-old son Daniel in the Sandy Hook massacre nearly 6 years ago, said it wasn't a teacher's role.
School teachers have more than enough responsibilities right now than to have the awesome responsibility of lethal force to take a life. Thank you. Nobody wants to see a shootout in a school and a deranged sociopath on his way to commit an act of murder in a school with the outcome, knowing the outcome is going to be suicide, is not going to care if there's somebody there with a gun. That's their plan anyway.
Mr. Trump responded, saying he was calling a meeting of state governors next week to discuss safety in schools, including a crackdown on background checks for gun purchases, with a strong emphasis on mental health.
But there are many ideas that I have, there are many ideas that other people have, and we're going to pick out the strongest ideas, the most important ideas, the ideas that are going to work, and we're going to get them done. It's not going to be talk like it has been in the past. It's been going on too long, too many instances, and we're going to get it done.
But any support for a tightening of gun laws would mark a change for President Trump, who was endorsed by the National Rifle Association gun rights group during the 2016 presidential campaign. For Checkpoint, Bridget Burke.